Laser-Focused Company Research Guide, a 4-step guide for comprehensive company research in your preparation of job application. Before applying for any job position, of course you would like to research thoroughly to consider if it fits your interests and competencies. Moreover, a thorough company research will help you strategize your career marketing in the next stage of application. Now, see yourself as a consultant when you are conducting the company research. Your objective of this research project is to find out in which areas the company is doing great and where the company can further improve, and ultimately, you are able to offer insights and suggestions to the company as a professional. Here are the 4 steps of the research processes which I will walk through one by one with you. Step 1. Broad research about the company. Step 2. Research on the people, the senior executives, your direct supervisors, and the current and the ex-employees. Step 3. Research on the position. And Step 4. To collect first-hand information as much as you can. Step 1. Let's have a broad overview of all the 8 key areas of a company. They are their annual reports and sustainability reports, their corporate culture and HR values, the media center, fact sheets, press releases, and social media, their business functions, subsidiaries, and brands, their recent achievements and expansion, their 5-year plan of development, relevant industry news and government policies, and their key competitors and the competitors' new initiatives. First, we can take a look at the company-centered information, which means the information released by the company itself. You may wonder why I put annual report and sustainability report at the front and foremost. There are 2 main reasons. 1. A company's annual report is a comprehensive summary which took huge effort across the company to compile, so to reflect what they have done the past year to shareholders. So you can find lots of deep and updated information which you can't find in just the company website. 2. A lot of times, the sustainability or corporate social responsibility efforts of a company are in fact the enforced duties by legislations or the community pressure. Many companies actually see this as corporate branding and public relations initiatives, so don't get easily wowed by what they have stated. Personally, as a practical idealist, I would only work for Humanity Plus companies. As coined by Vision of myvalue.com, the term Humanity Plus companies are those working on solutions or products that push the human race forward. In contrast, Humanity Minus companies are those that are increasing shareholders' values or making profits but with an expensive social or environmental cost. Worse, some are based solely on artificially created demand that sell people products with no actual value but are made to seem like a necessity with powerful advertising. I see the importance of contributing your intelligence and effort in something you believe in, which brings me to the next component of information, the corporate culture and HR values. You can find keywords broadly stated across their websites. At this stage, just take how they describe their own culture as a matter of fact. Later, we'll talk about finding insider's voice about the real culture working there. The third component is the media center. Review their latest fact sheets, press releases, and social media campaigns published. It will give you clues about the latest developments and future directions. Some CEOs might even publish books to talk about their company's culture and ideology. That would be your important reference books. Next, you need to understand thoroughly how the business operates. In which industry or industries are they involved in, and in what proportions? How many subsidiaries and brands do they have? Were the expansions achieved through vertical or horizontal integrations? What are the pros and cons of running a company like this? Moreover, what can you tell from the organizational chart? Is the company more decentralized, so business functions work closely within a region, or the vice versa? What are the characteristics of this industry? Like, are they labor intensive, so labor costs and management costs would occupy a major part of the company's expenditure and cash flow? How's their profit margin? And which stage of development is the company currently in? Are they actively expanding, so the short-term goal would be on market share? Or are they focusing to be the market leader for certain profitable brands? You can always refer back to the annual reports, which give you all the clues if you study closely. Then, we need to understand their recent expansion of achievements and their 5-year plans, which would govern the direction to your daily work. How aggressive are they in their 5-year plan? In which direction is the plan focusing on? And what are the challenges can you foresee? Now, after digesting the company-centered information, now it's time to take a broader view of how the whole industry is doing by absorbing more marketing and industry information. You would like to find out the latest industry news, related government policies, and how they are going to affect the business of the company you are applying for. Also, who are their key competitors? What are the core differences in terms of what they offer, in terms of product and services, pricing and quality standards? What are the competitors doing in the near future? By now, you should have absorbed enough information to compile a SWOT analysis for this company that you are applying. What is their market positioning? What are their strengths? What are the development opportunities? What need to be changed in view of threats from uprising competitors? Step 2. Research on the people. Now we've taught ourselves into an industry expert by quickly absorbing the hard data. Next, we would love to verify them with the people who are or have been involved with the company. You can start off by searching interviews, news comments, or speeches delivered by the executives in senior management. You can also find articles they have published and their media appearances. Moreover, LinkedIn is another great tool for researching on the career paths, including both the entry points and exit paths of an industry leaders, your interviewers, and someone who is holding the position you see yourself in 5 years, which could give you some clues on how to get there. To be more objective in your research, it's also important to include your research with voices of the third party who have direct working relationships with the company. A lot of information like company culture and HR values shared by the company itself can be very vague and general, which only insiders can understand. Is the company more like a warming, caring family, or a competitive, exciting, and fair environment? Is it more laissez-faire, or their operations lies heavily on hierarchy and following guidelines? For HR values, 99% of companies worldwide claim that people are their most valuable assets. Let's assume they are all speaking their truth, just they all have their own interpretations. And therefore, we have to find out what standard they are holding for themselves. So, from current and ex-employees and company reviews in websites like Glassdoor could offer you some clues. In addition, to really learn about the repetition of products and services, hear what their customers and users have to say. For example, in social media to find out their company's potential pain points and evaluate how well they are doing in the market. Step 3. Research on the position. Before you can confirm your choice of a profession, you want to understand thoroughly what it takes and where will it take you to. Here are what you need to find out. What are the entry requirements for this position? What are the core competencies required? What are the major deliverables of the position holder? What trainings and experiences will the position holder able to accumulate? Who are their key counterparts? In terms of job design, what are the differences between this company and its competitors? Try to envision yourself holding the job title already. With the information you have collected in Step 1 and Step 2, how would you fit in the company's current operations and future development? And finally, what are the exit paths for this position? Finally, Step 4. It's best to collect as much first-hand information as you can to compile a truthful research. 1. Find insiders. Search and see if any of your school alumni or social networks are connected to an employee currently working there. Or you can search through LinkedIn. The key is not to ask for a job from them. You ask for a quick call or meeting to conduct informational interview so you can get insights and stories which you have never found anywhere else. 2. You can take a site visit to the office during lunch hour and observe their colleagues. You can get a clue on their dress code, the age population of the company, and whether the work environment is highly stressful, that everyone is running and rushing in whatever they're doing. 3. Be their customers and users. If you have never tried their products or services, you can never understand how to improve it for better user experiences. Moreover, try to interact with frontline employees and see how they are treating their customers. Generally speaking, if a staff member is being respected and valued by the company, they will be happy at work and they will deliver great services. Okay, now let's put all these into actions. The title of this episode is called Laser Focus, right? So I want you to dedicate at least 3 to 5 days to focus on researching one company. If you are finding connections to insiders to conduct informational interview with, it would definitely take you longer, but it's worth it. Try to record your important findings by compiling a rough report and write summaries in your own words. Information-wise, it's unlikely that you can read them all through, so skim read through the materials and take note on the key recurring points. Also pay attention to the credibility of the sources and avoid content farm and media channels that are heavily inclined. And finally, with the research and analysis you have done, internalize the materials like you've been working there to prepare your career marketing materials and your future interviews. As Bruce Lee said, the successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. So let's put some effort together in what's important to your future career search. Today's quote is shared by Mike Hawkins, who said, "You don't get results by focusing on the results. You get results by focusing on the actions that produce results. So having a thorough, laser-focused company research is the golden foundation for creating an impeccable career marketing materials for your job hunt.